80% of the league are free agents. Like, everyone timed their contracts. Everybody signed one-year deals, and everyone timed their contracts to coincide with this new CBA. So literally, there's not even really any teams. There's only like 20% of the league.
Here is your rewritten version. Clear, direct, and engaging while keeping every key point intact. Stop for a moment and take this in. What was just confirmed on national television is stunning. For weeks, the focus has been on the WNBA's collective bargaining battle, talk of tension, division, and financial demands. But on The Rich Eisen Show, ESPN's Ramona Shelburne revealed something far more serious. This is no longer just a labor dispute. Right now, about 80% of WNBA players do not have active contracts. That number sounds unbelievable, but it's real. Most of the league is technically without a team. According to Shelburne, this wasn't accidental. The Players Association encouraged athletes to sign one-year deals last season. The idea was simple. When new revenue arrives, especially from the surge of interest driven by stars like Caitlin Clark, everyone would enter free agency at once and negotiate bigger paydays together. But that strategy has created a massive standoff. Two expansion teams in Toronto and Portland are preparing to join the league. Right now, they have 0 players. An expansion draft is supposed to celebrate growth. Instead, it's stalled because there's no finalized collective bargaining agreement. Without a CBA, * you can't set a salary cap. * you can't sign free agents. * you can't draft players into a financial system that hasn't been defined. Everything is frozen. The league even released its regular season schedule, including matchups like Indiana versus New York in late April. On the surface, that looks like progress, but Shelburne described it as the league blinking. It wasn't confidence, it was pressure. The schedule release wasn't proof that everything is settled. It was a signal that the clock is ticking. The players are waiting for a financial breakthrough. The league needs operational clarity, and neither side appears ready to back down. What began as a contract negotiation has turned into a high-stakes standoff with Real.
We're getting close here, Rich. I mean, I thought it was interesting the league put out a schedule, because one of the pressure points I've been hearing was literally arena dates. You know how this goes. Like, if you don't have your dates on the schedule, they give them away to some concert. They give them away to some circus that comes to town, or they give them away to anybody else who wants to use the arena. Arenas cannot have open dates. And if you want those open dates, you gotta lock those in. So the league went forward with the idea of let's do the schedule, even though we don't even know who's on what team. And I thought that was a blink.
There's a lot of emotion in that take, but here's what's grounded in reality. When a league releases a schedule before every roster spot is finalized, that doesn't automatically make it fake. In professional sports, arenas are multi-use venues. Teams routinely secure dates months in advance so they don't lose them to concerts, family shows, or other live events. That's standard operating procedure across leagues. The WNBA, which features stars like Caitlin Clark, Aya Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu, is currently in collective bargaining discussions. Labor negotiations often create uncertainty about contracts, salary caps, and roster construction. We've seen similar tension in the NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL over the years. As for specific claims about individual players demanding a fixed percentage of gross revenue, those figures should be treated carefully unless confirmed in official proposals. Collective bargaining talks are complex, and public reports rarely reflect the full picture. Financially, it's true the league has historically relied on outside investment and support. It's also true that interest, media coverage, and sponsorship momentum have surged recently. That growth changes the leverage dynamic between players and ownership. Players typically push for a larger revenue share when they believe the business is expanding. Owners weigh that against long-term sustainability. When veteran broadcaster Rich Eisen addressed the situation, the core point was simple. The current spotlight exists because attention around the league has spiked. Star power and media visibility have raised expectations for everyone involved. This isn't a circus versus basketball showdown. It's a high-stakes negotiation during a growth phase. The real issue isn't ambition versus reality. It's whether both sides can strike a deal that matches rising visibility with financial stability. That's the part that truly matters.
I don't mean to be flippant, but again, there's a golden goose that's getting more valuable here. And, and stars, I mean, Juju Watkins is going to be healthy. Like, this is rubber meeting the road here.
This is where things get serious. As Caitlin Clark goes, so does the league right now. As Rich Eisen pointed out, the Players Union is taking a big risk with the most valuable star the league has ever had. Clark has brought millions of new viewers to the WNBA. Games are selling out. TV ratings are up. A major media deal followed. But many of these new fans are there for her, not for the league itself. If there's a lockout and she's not on TV in May, a lot of those viewers will move on. They'll watch the NBA playoffs or find something else to do. And once casual fans leave, it's very hard to win them back. Union leaders seem to believe fans will wait while they argue over revenue sharing. That's not how sports or entertainment works. Attention doesn't last forever. The league is hot right now, but if the season is delayed, that energy can fade quickly. At the same time, some longtime players, who were part of years with limited profits, are claiming they built this moment. Critics say jealousy and money are driving the push for aggressive free agency moves, putting Clark's second season at risk. The timeline makes this even more urgent. As reported by Ramona Shelburne, the real pressure point is March, and March is almost here. In just a few weeks, the league must set the salary cap, run expansion drafts for 2 new cities, negotiate contracts for most of the players, hold the college draft, and open training camps. That's months of work packed into a very short window. At this stage, a smooth solution seems almost out of reach. Even if an agreement were signed tomorrow, free agency would be chaotic. Around 100 players could be competing for roster spots at the same time. General managers might be trying to build team chemistry with athletes they just met days before training camp. That kind of rush would likely hurt the quality of play when the WNBA season tips off in May. According to Ramona Shelburne, union leadership includes Nneka Agwamike, Brianna Stewart, and Nafisa Collier. These are established stars with strong salaries, endorsement income, and other opportunities outside the league. Missing a few paychecks may not hurt them the way it would affect younger or fringe players. A rookie fighting for a spot or someone relying on a minimum contract doesn't have that cushion. Critics argue that union leaders may be out of touch with the financial pressure facing many of their own teammates. Meanwhile, Adam Silver has already signaled concern. He understands what's at stake. If a deal isn't reached soon, the momentum built around Caitlin Clark and the league could fade. Major media partners like the Walt Disney Company, Amazon, and NBC expect stability. They aren't likely to commit billions to a league that can't guarantee a full season. Many contracts include clauses that allow networks to revisit or exit deals if games aren't played. Players believe they are pushing for a larger share of revenue. The risk is that by holding out too long, they could damage the very growth that created this opportunity in the first place. Many critics see this as a lesson in how quickly momentum can be lost. The WNBA was given a rare opportunity with Caitlin Clark. Interest surged. Ratings climbed. Owners reportedly put major salary increases on the table. From the outside, it looked like the path forward was simple: reach a fair labor deal and keep playing. Instead, tensions rose. Veteran players pushed back against the current system, including a move that would send a large share of the league into free agency at once. That decision created uncertainty around rosters, arenas, and scheduling. Public disputes have also hurt the league's image at a time when stability matters most. Fans should understand that a delay to the 2026 season is possible if no agreement is reached. Player statements have grown firmer, and ownership groups, with the broader support of NBA leadership under Adam Silver, are unlikely to accept terms they believe would cause heavy financial losses. What's happening now is a clash between ambition and economics. If the season is postponed or canceled, the damage could be long-lasting. The surge in attention wasn't created by executives or union leaders alone. It came from star power, competition, and fans who chose to tune in. At this critical moment, the league stands at a crossroads. Schedules are set, arenas are reserved, yet key pieces remain unsettled. The next few weeks will decide whether the growth continues, or whether a promising era stalls before it truly begins.